We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from Doris Burke from around the sideline throughout the game. A quick check now for starting lineups for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Paul George, what will we see from him?
Yeah, he's a terror in the passing lanes, too. Loves to lay back a bit, kind of play possum, anticipate, and then dash out and pick off those careless passes.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season. Last season, they split the series with each team able to win on the road.
Well, they thought they'd handle this club last year both times, but they actually split the two-season meetings.
Now, here is Hill. He just could not put it together in that loss to Philadelphia. Outside, George. There's the pass to Hibbert. Indiana moving the ball around. For three, Hill. It's rebounded by Memphis. You know, you would think, as you said, Steve, that no matter what building they were in, this is a team they should have beaten both times.
It probably had a little...
Look out. Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Feeds to Gasol. Lee outside. He kicks it to Conley. Conley off the pick from Gasol. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, they were really in a funk from the field, guys. Credit the defense, definitely, but even when they got open looks, they were not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
The Pacers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. And Hibbert hits them both. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Carter kicks to Lee. That three off the mark. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Frank Vogel and I got a chance to talk for a bit. On his mind, the difficult task of defending Zach Randolph. He said, Randolph's especially tough because he's not only a go-to scorer on the low block in the pinch post, but also a guy who can pick up a lot of second-chance points with his work on the glass. He's a 20-10 double-double guy for a reason. We'll have our hands full trying to slow him down. Guys, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And the first one jumps. And both free throws good for West. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, they look totally disjointed. And sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional. Any of those would fit.
Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. Lets the three fly. Good work defensively by Conley.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Into Gasol. And stolen by Stuckey. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Hammers it home, but powers off the three.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
And that basket was going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Hill dishes to Stuckey. Pass to George. Lee with the steal. Randolph kicks to Lee. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Hibbert kicks to Hill. Shot is blocked. Carter against Stuckey. Now Lee inside. Makes the lead pass. Out to Conley. Dishes it to Carter.
And this is a guy who's made the power slam his trademark, Kevin. So we'll just have to see who he throws it down on tonight.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Kufis checked in for Gasol. Clark comes in for Zach Randolph. And Tony Allen subbed in for Courtney Lee. Stolen by Carter. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. But they get it back. There's the dish to Carter. And stolen by Stuckey. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Hill passes to Stuckey. George. Back to Stuckey. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Indiana?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Watson dishes to Stuckey. He passes to Watson. Watson gets a screen from Mahimi. They set the screen. Stuckey drives inside. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
It's Allen on the wing. He's guarded by Stuckey. Udrich off a pick from Clark. And Udrich kicks to Kufis. Udrich the pass to Prince. And another miss by Memphis. Pacers leading by 3. Passes it to Miles. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Having a chance here to check out how the Grizzlies ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in field goal percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level. Not quite good, but okay.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at the numbers, and you talked about the few turnovers. The top 5 in the league, in fact, in fewest mistakes. So this is a well-disciplined, well-coached team. And when they're on their game, they're just one of those teams you hate to play against because they don't give you anything easy.
Here is Watson. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. The inbound, and he sinks the layup.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And he makes good on the layup.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
The feed now to Singleton. He dishes it to Watson. Pass to Miles. Stolen by Allen. And here's the fast break. Udrich leading the way.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
For Memphis, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Well, and they were 74% free throw shooting as a team last year, so those numbers could come up.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Here's Watson, rejected by Stokes. Here's Adams. Both teams have it going here early and still close.
Wednesday, November.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Pacers. Chris Singleton is out there with LaVoy Allen. And it's Watson. Then there's C.J. Miles. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
And I really think you've got to love the way they protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks in the first half.
Allen dishes to Watson. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
The pass to Adams. Stolen by Miles. Here's the three. The shot is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They'll be off to Charlotte for a meeting with the Bobcats after this one. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. Allen kicks to Adams. The three-pointer, no good. Pacers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Miles, defended by Allen. And Miles kicks to Watson. They grab their own miss. Knocks it loose. It's 2-on-1. Kicks to Allen. Pulls up. That one wide left. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. He feeds it to Miles. Here's Hudrick. He's covered by Watson. And Allen slams it in.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Memphis making a change here. For Indiana, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Feeds to Singleton. Allen with the rebound. Memphis with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Lee with the ball. Now guarded by Miles. Here's Allen. That's blocked. And they're able to recover. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Third, Zach Randolph.
You know, he was actually a monster on the glass. We talked about him throughout the season. Though he didn't lead the league, he was a big factor in a number of important games.
Stuckey outside. On the wing hill. All alone. That went off the back iron and out.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And now a look at Roy Hibbert. Some stats on him. Solid numbers last season. 4th in blocks. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league as well. So this is a guy who had a lot of double-figure nights on the glass.
And how about that block shots per game average? I mean, he was one of the top 5 in that category, Steve.
Michael Conley. He's checked in for Memphis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a chance now to check out the schedule for Indiana. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. David West, he's checked in for Chris Singleton. Out to Conley. Goes up from the top of the key. And the jumper is on the mark. Conley's got his first bucket in this one. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Miles. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot. It doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
He kicks to Hibbert. Dishes it to Miles. It's good from about 19 feet. Miles has got 7 points in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Now Conley. 8 points his last outing. Randolph. Here's what Memphis has lined up on their schedule. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Bobcats. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Yeah, you know the fans out in Phoenix really hoping for a win in that one.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Now, last season he made good on about 3 of every 4 free throws, almost exactly 75%.
Vince Carter. He's checked in for Tony Allen. Here's West. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and completes the layup.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pacers trail by 5. George with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. George passes to Hill. Indiana moving it around. Hibbert dishes to George. Pass to Hill. That's good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Carter drives in. That's good.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
Pacers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. George, that's a 2-pointer. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Carter. Excellent D there from George.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Here's Stuckey. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead. Randolph gets the lead. Back to Randolph. Out to Carter. The dish to Lee. He passes to Carter. 46 seconds left to play here in the half. Excellent D there from George.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Pacers trail by 4.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Ball's knocked loose. Stuckey outside. It's back to Hill. From deep. Shot is no good. Here's Randolph. Shot is off. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Grizzlies lead by...
Now, presented by Sprint.
For the Spurs.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Looking at the numbers for Rodney Stuckey, he has 8 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Carter. Marc Gasol is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Conley, and it's Lee in at the 2-guard spot.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 5th in blocks, 8th in rebounds, and they were top 10 in free throw percentage. That's always helpful in winning games.
And I think the thing that jumps out at me is the blocks per game. It just shows how well coached they were defensively. Great rotations. They closed out, and they forced their opponents into tough situations at the hoop. That's how they were able to block so many shots. Really poor decision on that pass.
Vince Carter on the wing. It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Hibbert. A finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of a fast break.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Memphis leading. And Carter backs in. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And George with the block. Lee passes to Carter. And it's Carter again missing.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
And Indiana shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That sends George Hill to the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol. Indiana shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. The Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Backing down his lead. Carter defended by George. George against Carter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Carter's got 4 points this quarter. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right. But 7 lead changes already.
Indiana trailing here. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. They get a hand on it. Stuckey into the lane. Hibbert. Stuckey dishes to George. Shot clock at 3. Another shot. And it's Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Gasol kicks to Lee. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Lee's got 9.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
And here we go. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. West passes to Hibbert. It's rebounded by Memphis. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Now here is Carter. He's got 8. Gasol setting the pick for Carter. Back to Gasol. Out to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Outside Carter. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Hill drives in. Gets the bucket. Hill's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Michael Conley is 3rd.
They showed such great defensive instincts last year. Just a terrific defensive play.
Kufis checked in for the Grizzlies. Clark comes in for Courtney Lee. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Knocked away. Score. The finger will finish at the bucket. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
Lee with the block, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Michael Conley. Very nice season for him last year. 3rd in steals. And he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, you know, we rewind it and look back at his number 3 ranking among steals leaders. I mean, you can see that he was a lockdown defender, and he was that way all season long, Steve.
Looking to get it going. In deep, Carter drops it in. Carter's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Off his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball. .143 left in the third quarter. Outside, Scola. George dishes to Scola. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you have to just take what's there, and as long as you're moving the ball and getting good shots, that's all that matters. Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
The offensive rebound rejected by Kufis. Carter against George.
Take a look here at what Carter's been doing. He's got 10 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Costa Kufis. Hill against Conley. Stola kicks to Hill. Stolen by Michael Conley. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Carter off a big from Randolph. Inside, off the screen, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
And George kicks to Hill. Back to George. Wide open. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we...
Tune in Friday.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Memphis.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
George Hill out there with C.J. Miles. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's West. And it's George. And it's a small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Carter's checked in. And Miles kicks to Hill. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Memphis leading. The feed to Carter. Defended by Miles. Shot from the low block. The first one falls. Carter hits them both. The Pacers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take him. Outside Hill. And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Open shot Carter, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 20 points for Vince Carter. Pacers trail by 5. Here's George. Got it. Good job in the low post.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Carter outside. And that one's good.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
The Pacers making a switch here. Stuckey's checked in. He dishes it to Hill. Got a piece of it. Gasol with the steal. Throws it up high, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Back to George. And it's Randolph with the rebound.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Randolph, a screen on Hibbert. And it's Carter missing.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space. You look at what Hill has done so far. He has 9 points and 5 assists.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Hill. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Randolph kicks to Carter. Carter left side. Allen. Back to Carter. This all setting the pick for Carter. Off the pick. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
To the paint, here's George. The shot's good on the assist by West. 16 points for Paul George.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Pacers trail by 6. Now the Pacers moving it up. George with the ball, and the shot is good from Stuckey.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Allen passes to Randall. Moves back up. Can't hit. So Indiana will take it the other way. Stolen by Randolph. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
And George kicks it to West. It's Hill on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Hill kicks to George. Stolen by Michael Conley.
That's his third turnover here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be tough for this team to come back.
Well, he needs to come up with a few big shots here in the fourth for all the times that he's given away the rock.
Second chance shot. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Carter dishes to Gasol. Conley. Allen outside. Back to Conley. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Great open look there. 28 points for Vince Carter.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Memphis. 1:43 left in the fourth. Hill kicks it to West. Inside to Hibbert. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Carter outside. Pass to Randall. Into Marcus All. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Carter with the block. Leaps for it. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. A drive by Lee. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Carter against George. Tipped away. Outside Conley. Takes the three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
And it's blocked by Gasol. Lee passes to Carter. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Hibbert.
Yeah, excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah. He is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges. What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault. And that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there.